Okay, guys, I'm with you now.
All right, awesome. I'm just waiting on Sir Lou here. Though realistically, I mean, we could start it and just get to six, but again, I will wait on Lou's word.
No problem. Whatever you guys do, I'm here. Whatever. If y'all need film, tell me. I'll try and bring up film on guys for you. Whatever y'all want.
Oh, good. All right. Coach Ed is prepared as always.
Yeah, I got this stuff, game film on pretty much almost everybody. All the quarterbacks, running backs, receivers, tight ends, O line, D line, edge, linebackers, cornerbacks, safeties.
Okay.
I just
Well,
don't
I
have
know
kickers.
Tommy.
Hmm?
Kickers. I know Tommy. He was mentioning about trading back. He also said to go to his suggestion at least is go to 11 and take Byron Murphy, the defensive tackle from was it? I think it's Texas. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would oppose that honestly because I think there's a lot of nice defensive tackles in the later rounds. Um, Braden Fisk is a guy that a lot of people like, and myself included.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I don't like
Justin
Fisk.
Eboigbe from Alabama,
Mm-hmm.
he's another guy that I like. Rook O'Horo from Clemson, he's another guy. So there's a couple of good defensive tackles. I mean, you don't need like an abs. I can't say that you don't need an absolute stub. You need somebody who can plug and play the run really nicely, and I just don't think we have that right now. And I know they have faith in Jordan Riley and all the other guys, but
Well,
Ashawn Robinson is a big void.
as far as drafting a DT, I mean, whether it's Murphy or you can go later in the draft, if you trade back to that 11, actually, you're going to get 11 and 23, and maybe another draft pick later in this draft, or even if you want to push it out to the next year, depending. But you're still
Yeah,
picking up an extra draft picks. And at 11, if you move back there, I mean, heck, you can get a cornerback because there's going to be cornerbacks there. you
you
know.
could
I mean, but I get what everyone is saying. Either they want quarterback or they want
wide
the
receiver.
receiver. But receivers, you still have some. They may not be ready like Marvin Harrison Jr. and Neighbors and Odunze is yet, but you can develop a Coleman. You can develop an Xavier Leggett to eventually down the
I
road
like
be a
Brendan
number one.
Rice.
Brandon Rice. I mean, I'm big on Lad McConkey. I know most people aren't. They look at him as a slot guy, but if you really study
Yeah,
his film, the guy gets open, and it doesn't matter if he's inside or outside. He gets open. So and he catches the ball. So but that's just me. If I'm trading back because I've
yeah,
been of that mindset of trading back and getting more draft capital because we have so many holes.
yeah. No, of course. I mean, I through the whole process of this offseason, I've kind of like weighed every single option.
Mm-hmm.
What's up to Dash, by the way? Hope all is well.
Big
Um,
Dash.
I know, speaking of trading back, and I know you really shouldn't play this game with quarterbacks,
Mm-hmm.
but he has been big. Now, I don't know how you feel. He's been big on the Michael Penix train on Twitter. And, I think if you trade back, you could take him. I know that, there's a lot of people say, he's probably not going to be there at this pick or that pick.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm looking at, and not necessarily probably wouldn't work out in real life, but if you're talking mock draft simulator, I think you could probably trade back with Minnesota and get their two firsts and maybe
Mm-hmm.
like a pick later on. You could
Mm-hmm.
fill two needs in the first round, still have your second, maybe a later round pick, and then just give up, maybe a pick swap within that. So I mean, we have to
Yes, sir.
obviously watch. We obviously have to
Ah,
watch.
okay. So you are okay with trading back a few spots.
Yeah, no, I mean, if I, there's, it depends who's on the board though. It depends who's on the board.
who
They're
who is
making
the
a pick and
quarterback that you like
they're
in
making
this
a
draft?
pitch and change. Okay.
Um, I mean, personally, I wouldn't mind any of the top five. The one that I wouldn't pick Penix at six. I'm just saying that right now. I would not take Bo Nix at all. That's just my personal opinion. McCarthy, you could weigh out because
In the
I
top
know that a
five
lot of
at six?
he is. I think now, if you're talking just on player alone, I don't think he's worth the sixth overall pick. But if let's just say if you're the Giants and you really like McCarthy and you think that he could do some things and um he's better than Daniel Jones and could develop to be better than Daniel Jones and he's your guy, you take him at 6.
Well, I
That's
agree
at
with
least
you in terms of
yeah.
taking whoever, whether it's JJ McCarthy, whether it is Penix. I mean, I get your
Yeah.
point, but in this draft, you also have to say, if you're at 6 and you can't move back, you have to be honest with yourself. Do you think
Yeah.
Penix is going to get
Player
past?
available.
Is he going to get past Minnesota, Denver, or the LA Raiders? And to be honest with you, I don't think he will. So, and at that point in time, you have to do what you have to do and take him at that point in time. Just like there are people that say you need to move up and do whatever you got to do to
No, of
get Caleb
course. Yeah.
Williams or any of these other ones. Well, the
Yeah.
same thing stands for
Yeah.
Penix. If
That's your
he's your
guy and you
quarterback,
can't move. You got to
no,
get him. Yeah.
you got to get him, and
Yeah,
that's
you,
my whole thing. So,
But
yeah,
okay.
you can't play games. And I'm sorry to cut you off,
mhm,
Lou. You can't play games.
mhm.
So like that's why I love the envisionment. And
No, you
again,
can't
not that it's real
pussyfoot
life, but in
with it. You
terms,
either pull the trigger or you don't, right? Like, yeah,
yeah,
I get
no,
it.
in real life, you have to just say, okay, we're getting this guy,
Mhm.
and that's pretty much that.
Because
But like,
regardless of what people think or may not know, is very cutthroat. The draft is very cutthroat. These are Fortune
yeah,
500. These are billion-dollar corporations that want to win, to put asses in seats and have ticket sales at the end of the day, and sell merch and
Oh
all of these other good
damn!
things that come attached with it.
Sorry.
So it's very cutthroat. They will trade in front of you. They will do whatever to get the guy that they think helps them better suit those needs. So I
Yeah,
agree.
close
But
this game
my
out.
thing is, a large portion of the fan base feels that we reached for Daniel Jones at 6, and they
yeah,
feel that that's why he is the reason for all of the Giants' woes. And if I break my ankle sitting here doing this live, it's Daniel Jones's fault. And there's a huge portion of the fan base that their son gets the cold, and it's Daniel Jones' fault. So, but I mean, true, he has played a part in this team sucking, but the vast majority of that role has been due to poor offensive line, lackluster coaching, and change up of offense after offense after offense. So it's been hand in hand. The whole thing sucked. It stunk to
Moved
high
into
heaven.
third. Damn it! I sacrifice.
But okay, let's see how this plays out. Let's get it started.
all right. So let's get this party
Big Dash.
started. Let's see how realistic this is, shall we? All right, Caleb Williams, Drake May, Jaden Daniels. All right.
I thought that
So
said
me,
Roman Doomsday because Marvin Harrison Jr. is sitting right there.
Thank you for the
I
follow.
think I think our now I will say just to preface, and then you guys could. I mean, the decision, in my opinion, is pretty cutthroat.
Can't see. Look,
Um, but Penix is at 36,
Hold
and
up. Let me read this super chat real quick. Peace
okay,
and blessings to Big Boss Lou, Coach Ed, Alex on Luke's chair, and all diehard Giants fans across the pond. Happy Easter, everyone. Thank you, Tudo. Greatly
yeah, happy
appreciate
Easter,
it, my brother.
Coach.
You have a happy Easter.
Well, I should say Tudo, but yeah, um,
Dash. Who else is there?
yeah. So
Let me take
in
these.
terms of like draft picks,
Well, the board. I was looking at the board right there.
Here you go. I'll
yeah.
make it even
So
easier. Watch this. Bam, we're all gone.
oh, actually,
that's
that's a
probably
good.
a lot better.
That's actually a good strategy. Um, but MHJ is there now. You could, and again, this is not real life, so you probably
Hmm.
don't play the quarterback game of like, oh, let's see if he waits. But Marvin Harrison Jr., I will admit, is a generational talent wide receiver.
So we grab him at 6.
You grab him at 6.
You grab him
Hell
at
yeah.
6.
All right, Alex. I knew I liked you for a reason.
He's crazy, Lou.
All right, so let's see where we're at
Travis
47 now.
Morgan,
I
Travis
said at the beginning that we were of opposing views. He wanted a quarterback. I thought we should get a playmaker, a wide receiver in a Malik Neighbors or a Marvin Harrison. And the way it played out, it fell in my favor. And he didn't protest.
Ooh,
Wait a
and guess
minute.
what?
Bo Melton just went right before that? Wait a
Let me
minute.
see. Max Melton. Yeah, that sucks,
Wow.
man.
In a
That
second
sucks.
round, 46. That sucks. And you have Bo Nix there. And I think you have Marvin Harris. I mean, Mike. Yep, you have both of them.
Michael Penix.
I'm
Problem solved.
I'm taking Michael Penix. I
Michael
like him
Penix.
better.
Problem solved, folks. Look at that.
Of
That's a
course.
win-win for the people who hate
Yeah.
DJ and think we need a quarterback. There you go. We've got a playmaker, generational talent, potential gold jacket guy at the end of his career,
But
Marvin
yet it's
Harrison
going.
Jr., and a quarterback.
We
Do you
don't
want to
need the trade
trade?
offers unless we want to. All right, so here's where we are. This is the all column.
You
Okay.
need a trade offer, you said?
Well, I mean, there was a few, but we could also make our own trade offers.
Yeah.
Um, I know a lot of people like Michael Hall from
I
Ohio
would.
State.
Mm,
I'm not. I'm gonna be frank. I'm not his biggest fan. Um, but there's a couple other different guys. I mean, I know we need corner. We probably need some interior line at some point. The guy I was talking about earlier, Ruko Horhoro, who would be very good next to Dex.
Okay,
Um,
we'll go back up. What about Braylon Trice? Because Trice actually can play inside and outside. And being that we are technically an odd front 3-4, he can play the five, but you can also bump him inside to a three tech.
okay,
But you can also move him to the outside also. So that's someone you
true.
also can consider too,
Hmm.
for the defensive line because, like you said, we gotta have somebody on the inside. So
My
because
Lord is constant.
whatchamacallit is not there, right? From Florida State, what's it? Frisk. Damn, they tied the game
Braden
and
Fisk.
load the bases. Shit. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all right.
Good.
I'm watching the same thing as you. Uh, let's see. Where did Fisk go? Devondre Swint went before Fisk. That's a little surprising. Uh, where the hell did he go? He went to Vegas before our pick.
Okay. 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 So he's off the board. So I know we're talking about interior. So but we also need corner too. So it's like
We
a
do.
catch twenty
We
two.
do. We could, in my opinion, we could probably
You can probably wait.
we could edge it out until 107 because I happen to like DJ James. Um, the hell was I gonna say? There was also interior O line. Like I would like to get an interior O lineman, but I mean we could also wait till 107 because you're gonna have Zach Zinter who's probably there, and he's also rehabbed. He's ready for full contact.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I
so
kind of want to look at the trade offers and see where the chat's head is on all of this before we make any further
let's see.
decisions.
Do they come up? Okay, so the trade offers I guess didn't come up from before. I mean, we could manually try to trade back.
No, you go to
Um,
offers.
that's oh yeah. Uh, this is garbage.
Mm-hmm.
That's garbage. I
Mm-hmm.
mean,
Man, who do they want?
I don't know.
You're moving back 10 spots, picking up a seventh rounder, and you're getting the third and the fourth next year. Is
That's
that's
something
not?
to that's something to
Mm-hmm.
consider. But I
Look
want
at
to
the
see if there's
board.
another
Hold up,
Okay.
let's look at the next
72 in a
trade.
round four. I
Jets
mean, it's
never.
only two spots. I mean, but we're obviously in the moment of like this is one to kind of consider, and then okay, so that's okay. There's the last two
Yeah.
trades. I would
Yeah.
say like those are good to
What,
consider.
what what about the board first? Because right now, like I said, that's
That's
10
the
spots.
the
So
link.
I
Yeah,
look at actually 11 to 12 players. Are there
yeah,
anybody in that range? So go ahead. You
yeah.
got it,
So
Alex.
I'll start from the top. I mean, I don't know what anyone thinks of Junior Colson, but you know, we're looking at needs right now. So Michael Hall again. I'm not his biggest fan.
Mm-hmm.
Ruko Horhoro. I'm
Mm-hmm.
pretty big on him.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we also need safety, Kalen
Ooh.
Bullock.
And
That's
Cam Kitchen and Bullock, yeah.
yeah, Cam Kitchens, Bullock,
Chris
Bullard.
D says I wouldn't go for an already injured guard.
Uh,
entertainer, entertainer talking drugs
His
says edge it out. Pause.
For right now, there's some value there if you want to take that trade. That's the point that I was looking at.
yeah.
There is
Which
some now,
Um,
but the question is there
trade?
somebody ahead that you feel like you know what? I just can't lose out on him because you just
yeah,
talked about Bullock.
yeah. So Bullock is. I mean, I know me and Pat were talking about him. Like he's a pretty good player.
Mm-hmm.
As far as D line, because I know we're also considering that. Dwayne Carter had a solid Senior Bowl performance. Actually, got to play well against Jackson Powers Johnson a few times. Um, we could. The problem is we don't have, I would say, an early enough fifth to take like a Boygbe, and Gabe Hall's also good too. So we could wait on that, but the value's not going to be there. Or at least the type of player isn't. So for me, it's between defensive line and safety.
So do you first of all with the trades? If it's the Jets trade, are you comfortable with that? And you're picking up what is it a fifth
I
next
think it's
year?
like a fifth next year. I would take that.
Okay, you'll take that one over Cincinnati.
Yeah, because I mean, just to reference, like we do get a seventh, but which is we need a seventh technically, but like I mean, I don't know. I just see more value in moving back 2 spots and collecting next year.
Okay,
That's just my
okay,
personal opinion.
okay. Lou, what's your thought? Is he there, or he probably stepped away? So you're going to probably trade with the Jets.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, I see it. I see the logic. I mean, so I mean, go ahead with it. I can't lie. I'm probably one who probably would have taken Cincy's because I saw other players that I valued, but is it really worth it?
You know what? Let's take a little bit of a risk. I'm actually gonna take your advice and just move
Dash.
to
I understand, but we all just said it according to the simulator. So you go with the simulator.
All right. Rook is still there, and so is Kalen Bullock. Here comes decision
Hmm.
making.
So both of the ones you were talking about is there. So
Yes.
so right now I probably would say D tackle because we really need someone to put alongside Dexter, especially
Yes.
with the movement and the trades. Now let me see something out because I really didn't do much on. What's his size? What's Rook's size?
Actually, I could pull it up
Let
because I
me
did a
see.
little scouting report on
Let me
him.
see NFL.
Let's see. At least the time I did the scouting report, 6'4", 295.
Okay, so he can handle a 5 or a 3 tech position. And do they have film on him? Let me take a look. I hate this damn. I hate my hands. D line.
The way I saw it, at least for my scouting report, is strengths, run defense, gap discipline, and he's
Yeah,
very
it's
good
there.
with like blitzes and stunts. Pass rush development upside, weaknesses doesn't break out of. I mean, he would get double team, but also that's a good thing for us because you can't double team Dexter and Rook at the same time. Just he needs to work a little bit more on his pass rushing moves, but you could see like when you're watching the film and sample sizes, he's pretty solid, and he could work up to be like a very very scary interior pass rusher alongside Dexter Lawrence.
Okay. I mean, I'm looking at him now.
I
So
also want to see what other safeties are in the other rounds. Tyke Smith isn't bad. James Williams is an
mm-hmm.
impressive player.
Mm-hmm. You got even
Um,
it's Vika from what you call it from Utah.
yep.
So yeah,
Um,
so there's safety value there.
I think, in my opinion, I would take D line.
Yeah, I'm thinking or horror. I can't say his name.
Yeah,
I'll just say call him Rook. I'll
or
call him Rook.
Horo.
Yeah, or
Yeah,
Horror. So
we'll call him Rook, but we'll take the Clemson D lineman. So
Jesus
we
Christ.
have all
He
A's.
wants to call when I go live. Phone didn't ring all day. The minute I go live, 30 phone calls. Jesus
Pat
Christ.
says James Williams from Miami is a monster.
No, he's pretty good. He's pretty good.
So did we
We
trade?
move back to
He took Cincinnati's.
yeah, we
Yeah,
took Cincinnati's, which was a move back. We moved
you
back
got
10 picks and caught a 7th.
yeah, in quarter seventh and two third and a fourth for next year.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about.
All right. We have this trade offer. I don't know that I'd
Mm-mm.
want to take it
Because people
because
forget that we spent 210 million in free agency just now.
yeah.
So
All right.
Damn, you have
So
Isaac there too. Damn, but you have Hicks there. Go ahead with the safeties. I know you were looking at the safeties.
safeties, Jaden Hicks,
all
and
right,
then
we got
Tyke
that's
Rook
Smith.
from
107.
Clemson. Good pick.
And
Mm-hmm.
I want to take a look at interior O line. I know
Him
this is a guy
catching the
you
ball.
love,
Oh gosh.
Coach.
Oh hell yes. But then again, I mean, you got Cohen is still developmental, but he's not. I mean,
Yeah,
I would be fine with him too. So
yeah. I know Giants like Isaiah Adams,
I
and then it
like
goes
Isaiah
down
Adams.
from there.
yeah, it goes down from there.
Yeah,
So
so you don't want to.
the
I
question
think
is, do you want McCormick
it,
or what about running back spot? We're in what spot? We're at 107. Oh damn, you got
Braylon
Allen
Allen.
right there. Shit, Lloyd is still there.
They won't be there
Davis.
next round.
there's a couple
Oh,
nice back.
Garendo is still there at 147. It's pushing it because at 166. But we can also trade up if we wanted to. But
If we wanted to, yeah.
I would take
I
Braylon Allen.
say,
wait a minute. All right, go ahead. Who's talking? I'm sorry.
I mean, Lou wants Braylon Allen. I say attack the interior line. That's just my personal opinion. I know the Giants attacked it a lot in free agency with Schlodman and Aaron Stinnie, but I think you're gonna need to get a guard sooner or
You're gonna
later.
get no
You
argument with
know I'm
me
a
over
big O
McCormick.
line man, so you know you get no argument from me there. My thing
McCormick.
is, you like
Uh,
McCormick?
oh, I love McCormick. I love Mason McCormick, man.
I like
Shot.
Isaiah Adams, but I do like McCormick. I've just seen more film on Adams than I have McCormick, but I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Let me see
Yeah,
something. Let me see something. Let me see something.
I know.
Hold
Jim
on.
Nagy said that he regrets not giving McCormick a Senior Bowl invite.
Mm-hmm.
Pat says we signed
Mm,
4 offensive guards and need an impact player right here. I mean, I don't disagree with you, but I mean, I like if we're talking Braylon Allen,
Impact
is he
player
sharing
Marvin
snaps?
Harrison.
I mean, yeah, we got Marvin
look at the
Harrison.
whole board. Look at the whole board right now.
Yeah,
Let's see
go to
what's on the
all.
whole board.
Yes.
Because you got Isaac there.
Woo-hoo. Hey, listen.
You got
Stop.
McMillan there. I mean, we don't. I
No,
mean,
look. Hold
you
up.
got Brandon Doyle still there too.
A
I
bit of a
mean,
tweener, but you were saying, Lou?
yeah.
Listen, you got Rook right there at 80. We got Dexter Lawrence. We got Kayvon Thibodeau and the dude that we just picked up, Brian Burns. You add Adisa Isaac to that group, brother. Top 3 defense.
My thing
Mm,
is like we do have, and I know sometimes like that's a Chris. Thank you, a cornerback. That's something we got
hmm
to really look into.
See,
But I
Dash
mean,
agrees with me.
what's his Adisa Isaac?
Most the
He actually
cornerbacks.
grew up like 20 minutes. He grew up like 20 minutes
Mm-hmm.
from here,
Mm-hmm.
so he's a New York native.
He's a
But
New York
Shows
boy.
how bad this Giants defense needs to come back.
we need a
And
corner, Lou.
Yeah, we damn sure do.
I mean, you could go either Cam Hart or DJ James. Cam Hart's
who's
more of
low?
an outside guy.
Mm-hmm.
DJ James, I happen to like. I think I said that he fits more of a
Dash says Aziz might be going after this year. He is in his last year on his
right,
future.
but I mean, you could always, not that you would want somebody off the scrap heap, but I mean, and I get it. Isaac's a solid player, but
NYG said, take Isaac. He from Brooklyn.
Yeah. I'm looking at because it's like a catch 22. What do
Gabe
you
says
do?
Braylon Allen. Jacob says Isaac.
Who's Alex? Who's lower in the cornerback spot? Just scroll down a little
Ken
bit
says Isaac or
oh sure.
Allen.
because
Big
right now looking at 166. A lot of these go. You might get one or two who'll slip, but
Man
I
Cave, you
don't.
outvoted, brother. Everybody's saying Isaac over Braylon. Only you said Braylon. Pat said, Dash said Isaac. Pat said Isaac or
Yeah, I'm
Allen.
good. I'm good there, Alex. Yeah, there's nobody there at cornerbacks.
I'm looking at
The
corner.
chat
Like
is saying
I,
Isaac.
I don't want to. And listen, Isaac's a solid player. I'm not doubting that, but I don't want to stack up on a position where we're hungry at another. Because as of this moment, we have not signed a number 1 or number 2 corner.
True indeed.
We have a number one cornerback. I'm sorry.
Adoree Jackson.
Well,
No,
no, Deontay Banks, but we don't have a
Banks.
number 2.
Well, you have whatchamacallit. They
Did
just
Dory leave?
Adoree was a free agent.
Adori's a free agent.
You have whatchamacallit. Pat was just talking about him. Damn, on NYG stream. Um, we have what?
McLeod.
Yeah, he was talking about McLeod too.
I
McLeod
mean,
did play well
McLeod
as a number two.
and
he
Bell
he
and
did play well as a number two, but
we got three safeties. No, four.
well, I
We
mean, we're
got
talking about
We're talking
uh
about cornerbacks right now. That's why. And the question is, do you take like a Cam Hart or a DJ James right now?
hold on, guys, hold on. So you mean to
Mm-hmm.
tell me that you have no faith in Deontay Banks, Javarius Owens, Cordell Flott, Adoree Jackson?
Javarius Owens is a
just
safety. We're talking
yeah,
about the cornerback
he's a
position.
safety. Yeah, number one, he's a safety. Number two, he's a seventh round pick. As for Flott, a lot of people caught that he was, and that this could be just a wink thing, that he was not very much understanding of zone concepts, and he could only play man coverage. That's why they re-signed Darnay, because he's going to play. In my opinion, he's going to play in the slot start the season.
Mm-hmm. Starting home, you leave in the slot playing zone. He's very good at the zone. He's good at tackling and in run support. So I don't want him playing man to man because that's where he's not good.
Yeah,
So
that's where
you
you get a
know,
lot of holding penalties.
Flot. If he's on the interior and they try and they help him because yeah, we're going to be playing zone a little bit more
Yeah.
than we did with
So
wing.
then we need a cornerback. So out of
So
these three, which one do you like best, Alex?
I have not watched Luca.
Yeah.
Wait, no, it wasn't you that it was Brian that did the scouting report on Cam Hart, right?
Mhm.
Okay, never mind. Um,
what cornerback
I'll
you
take
want to
Cam
see?
Hart here.
Do you want to see
He's
film?
an outside
Okay.
guy. Yeah, and also like Dash was talking about the DBs we have. I mean, Trey Hawkins could. A lot of people think that he could transition to safety.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, it's the safety
So
I'm talking about. He can still develop as a cornerback, you know.
yeah,
But I mean, again,
but
catch 22 is with Isaac, you know. I mean, because right now, after the top two, we have with Burns and hello, why am I forgetting his name?
Tibbs.
Thank you, Thibodeau. That should be easy. Damn it, Ed, Coach Thibodeau with the Knicks. Duh.
All right, well, let's get Hart right here and see how it plays
Yeah,
out for
I
you.
say Cam Hart. It is a sad passing on Isaac, but we gotta attack corner here. All right, so our next pick is at 166. We got three more picks to go.
Guys, hit that thumbs up button and that like button. I mean, that subscribe button. Don't be ninja watchers, man. Support the cause. It's absolutely free. It costs you nothing but a second to push that button and support the cause, man. Don't be a ninja watcher. We're trying to fix this team right here.
Yeah, see that drop from 107 to 166 is a lot. So a
Yeah.
lot of guys win. And there goes
Yeah.
Cohen, like I said before. Tommy
Yeah.
Eichenberg. I mean, Tyke Smith as a
Now
safety.
you got some depth at safety.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Isaiah Adams is
Adams is
still
still
here, which is
there.
interesting. You just gotta look at what the, in my opinion, at least, what the as far as the drop off, like what's more of a drop off,
So we got a
safety
wide
or
receiver,
receiver
cornerback,
or line.
defensive line, and a cornerback right now. So
Yeah,
what's the next position we think is of great importance right now? Because we attack
I'm
the interior.
thinking. I'm thinking three positions for the next three picks, but again, you guys could have a difference. With my opinion, is interior line, running back, and safety.
We'll get to the running back first.
I would have to agree with you on that. But the running backs that I like, they're gone. All gone.
Dejan Edwards
See,
he should not be slept on, in my opinion, the way I've watched him. And I know, Coach, I think you were talking about Cody Schrader before when we were
Schrader
recording in
and
February.
Isaiah Davis from South Dakota State.
I
But, you
think you
know,
might be able to wait till 237.
Yeah,
That's just
we
my
can
personal opinion.
190. Jesus Christ. That'd be a reach.
okay, so go back to the interior offensive line. You got Cohen there.
You got Isaiah Adams, who could play both inside and out.
And which spot are we at? We have
We are at
166 and
166.
183. So the question is, do you think, even if you go another position like running back,
You
do you
like
think
Cohen better than Adams?
who me? I haven't really studied Adams enough. I've only seen Cohen, so he's okay. I'm not saying he's a game changer. I mean, I could be talking to Adams. So two giant goofball. Cohen is good. Needs to add strength. Went to Alabama too.
Okay, so
So the
my
question
brother
is,
says
do
he
we?
likes Cohen better.
So what's your what did Alex? You said you've seen Adams, so talk to me about him.
Well, actually, I just asked my brother who did both scouting reports for Cohen and Adams before he went to Bama. Um, Adams is a little bit more versatile, but Cohen is the better player.
I agree, Dash. Good pass rush does help the secondary,
I don't deny that,
Yeah,
but we've
but
been.
I think with the defensive guys that we've added, um, all we need them to do is start playing together and get that cohesion, and that will fix itself. I think we have a damn
Which
good defense on paper right now.
okay, with the guys that we brought in free agency, and don't forget we have Azudu, and I mean McKeithen probably is
McKeithen.
going to be cut, but we still do go technically six deep at guard right now. So that's the other thing. Do we think that Cohen is better than Azudu or McKeithen?
I mean, I would say definitely better than McKeithen. I would say definitely
Mm-hmm.
better. Let me
So,
look at
but
the
now the question
schedule.
is, are we keeping six deep at guards? Because we have how many guards right now on the roster? Six. I think we have six.
Yeah, so I'm looking at. Are you including center or just guard?
No, I'm just talking guard, interior, the
Okay,
guards.
so you have Stinney, that's one. Runyon, that's
Plenty
two.
center, bro. JMS is gonna be a beast this year. Watch what I tell you.
Mm-hmm.
You have McKeithen three. You have Mayfield four and Azudu five.
JMS is gonna take that second year step that we were hoping
Oh,
every
and
year
what
would
you
take.
call it? Je Jermaine. What's his name? Jermaine.
Luminor.
He can play either way. So,
Yeah,
but I guess you're gonna slot him for a tackle right now.
I'm
yeah.
telling you that John Michael Smith is gonna take that second year leap that we were hoping Evan Neal would, and this line is gonna be a lot better because of the center play alone.
So, who do we have behind at center also behind
We
JMS?
have Jimmy Morrissey, who was formerly of the Texans and the Raiders. We have Austin Schlodman, who we signed from the Vikings,
Okay, so we have backup. So okay, then
and
I'm
that's it.
not. I'm not. I'm
Yeah, we're
not.
not concerned.
So the question is, do we go there? Do we go running back? What's the other position you said?
Uh, Safety.
Oh, let's look at safety
You
then,
might be able to. Well, this one's tough.
because will one of those two get down to 183? I
What
don't think
Yeah.
running
so.
backs are left?
You said what running backs? I think you
For
have
running back,
I think yeah, you have running yeah.
you have a couple. Lob was very impressive.
Johnson, Isaiah
Dillon
Davis will be
Johnson,
there. I
Bijan
mean,
Edwards.
Dejan Edwards,
As
Schrader.
I said,
If
I
you want
think
to
you
go
could
that,
wait on running back.
yeah, you can wait on running back.
So I think it's down to safety, interior O line. Personally, me, I'm down to go interior O line. And I know that maybe a lot of people see that as like, the Giants are probably not gonna draft an
Safety
interior
coach
lineman,
people
but
make lemonade with lemons,
Safety, let me see.
and we talented
Safety,
group so far at
safety
O
is
line.
safety is Owens, is Belton, it's
Mills and Pinnock.
Mills and Pinnock.
Let's look at the
Are we
safety.
comfortable? Are we comfortable with those safeties right now?
Grab a
That's
safety. Let
that's
me see
why
the
I
safety.
think you could take maybe one of these guys at 183.
Take Smith.
Hmm. You need Murphy to trade back to line who keep
Smith, I
Murphy.
say. Oh
Well,
wait,
he
Carpenter's
votes for
there.
safety.
And you can also get offensive line, but after those top two, the drop off is there. It's the same with safety too.
It's very similar. As I said, I favor the interior O line, but I will I will I will, obviously Lou wants safety. Coach, what do you think?
I'm always with the sexy fatties. a tie, I'm sorry. I'm a homer. I go with the
Ghost Dog
sexy
said, "Let's
fatties.
look at the linebackers."
Linebackers, okay.
Tommy
Eichenberg, Traven
Eichenberg.
Wallace,
Well, oh, wait,
Jalen
wait a minute. Yeah,
Ford.
with our linebacker depth right now, behind
So
we have
you have Okereke and McFadden. Those are your starters. Behind them, you have Deontay Johnson, who was a UDFA last year. You have Carter Coughlin,
oh,
who's a
what a
special
bad
teamer,
throw.
and you also have Darian Beavers.
Hmm.
Who's coming off an Achilles, right?
Yeah, and he played one game last year, I think, on special teams. That's it.
Yeah, we
So
need a linebacker.
we need a linebacker.
Good call, Ghost Dog.
Hmm. I'm gonna say Eichenberg right now because I he can definitely play the linebacker, and he's going to help on special teams also because that's the other
Okay,
thing too.
I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah, good
Linebacker it
call,
is.
Osto. Yeah,
Let's
linebacker.
go.
Y'all got me to go away from the sexy fatties.
Yes. You agree, Lou?
Yeah, I'm with it. Yeah, we gotta have
Tommy
depth at the
Eichenberg it
linebacker
is.
position. Can't
We
be
got all
having
A's
guys
so
getting
far.
burnt by
So
tight ends.
we got a 4.0 GPA, I think, if you count all the A's. All right.
Yes, sir. Free ride to college,
No.
baby. Free ride to college.
No.
Wait a minute.
No.
Go back to the first one,
Which one?
the
First
very
one?
first one.
Was it
What
this
the
one
hell?
or this one?
You're moving back one spot and picking up a seventh next year.
All right, let's
Look
take
at
it.
the board. Look at the board. Oh, okay, and nothing changed. And for,
Nothing changed. No.
yeah, they wanted some guy from Charlotte. Okay, and you picked up
Apparently
this.
he's really solid, but again, we're not really going that route. Vaki is still here. You know what's funny about Vaki is he could play running back.
Oh yeah,
Not that you're drafting him.
He did play running back at Utah. I forgot about that.
And I'm guessing interior
Safety
line
or
depth
sexy
is gone.
fatties, as coach calls them, huh?
Mm-hmm. Sexy
Not a fan
fatties.
of the interior. And then what was the other safety? Safety and then running back. Running back is basically the
Yeah,
same. I think safety.
Did the
safeties.
offensive line change? What was the interior O line?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Cohen
trade.
and Adams went.
I knew they were gonna go.
I figured. So I'm thinking safety.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Baki. Baki.
All right. Let's take the coach, you down with this?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Running back / safeties core special teamer Sion Vaki.
We got a 3 tech dash.
Rook or Horhoro.
Mm-hmm. He can play 5 or 3.
All right. So our next pick, thank you to that trade earlier, 237.
Go to all real quick and see who's the
It's
best one.
staying there.
Yeah.
He has it on. I'm watching it.
All right. And we are here. Okay. Isaiah Davis is right in our
Ooh,
hands.
Grayson Murphy is as the edge, the twin.
Dejan Edwards is a guy I really like.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's between those three, in my opinion. Like, I don't really know. I mean, Matt Lee from again, we O line took a big drop.
Mm-hmm.
Schrader is still here at good value,
I think you
so
probably get
I'm
him as a
down for running
UDFA.
back.
Okay.
Lou, what are you down for?
Let me see. Go down slower a little bit. Let me see who's left.
Sure.
Grayson. Yeah, because
Isaiah
Zay
Davis.
David. Yeah, I like him. I've always liked him.
Yeah, I'll take the running back, Isaiah Davis.
All right, so let's see if we get all A's, and we do.
I think you got to get A. If you went Murphy, you still would have got an A.
True, because it's good because they also tested on value. So we got MHJ.
Now, did
We
we
got two
fix this
juniors.
team or what?
I would say we did
Cam
a
Hart,
pretty damn good
Rocky
job.
Davis, all A+s.
Cam Hart, Tommy Eichenberg, Sion Vaki, and Davis. I mean, I like the addressing of the cornerback position because whether or not Hart's a starter on day one, I mean, you have McLeod just to fill in for a little bit. I mean, you don't need
Mm-hmm.
him to be a starter long term. So
And I know no edge. I get it. I understand.
I'm
But
not.
but
I mean, I know the chat's very.
you also have to look at what you did. You also, as far as next year, we loaded up on draft picks for next year too. Because I
Yeah,
think we picked up what 3 or 4 for next year.
Yeah,
it'll
we
show.
picked up a 3, a
That's the rich.
4, the Miami trade.
Mm-hmm.
I think yeah, so a 3, a 4, and a 7.
Scroll up to
Mm-hmm.
the top. It'll show you what we picked up for next year.
Okay.
Oh no.
No, it's
Yeah,
not
let's
showing
really.
unless you save it. Do you have to save it?
I mean, I'll save it anyway.
Yeah, there it goes.
Oh, I think it does.
Go up
Let's add out of here.
right there.
So we got a 3, 6. Wait, no, I'm sorry. A 3, a 4, and a 7 for
Mm-hmm.
2025.
Mm-hmm.
So the Giants will be contenders in 2025.
And
Yeah.
that's
Just the way. And
yeah.
you
I
know what?
know.
You could.
Go ahead, Alex. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I mean, you could even like try. I mean, Penix probably needs to sit, but you could still. I would be totally okay with this because obviously I don't have the highest hopes in Daniel Jones, but you don't have to worry about draft position and winning meaningless games or all that other stuff with the draft position in general next year because at least at this rate you could take BPA
Mm-hmm.
depending
You're,
on how the team does.
and you're starting to fill holes for the long run. So, so next year, even if one or two here in the back end doesn't work out, you still have
Yeah.
capital next year to refill those, as well as address some smaller holes. And if you want to make trade to move up for somebody who you feel will really take the team over the top based on how the team does this year, you have all the capital because I think
Yep.
we would have what probably 7. We have what 7 or 8 next year plus 3, so that would give you 10 to 11 draft picks.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, and I mean, if you add in a comp, and what if Brandon Brown gets hired? That's like
Mm-hmm.
two right there.
And you have
Mm-hmm.
a solid foundation already set in place for whoever you're drafting next year. You'll have your backup quarterback who's sitting this year, Michael Penix, getting ready to take over the reins next season, barring an injury for Daniel Jones or just a very horrible season. Um, Penix would be riding the pine and learning the schemes and everything, and then next
Yeah,
year would be competing for our starting role. So that would set us up to be vastly better for the foreseeable future, rather than this atrocious play we've been watching for a decade now.
exactly, exactly. And you know what? Next year, I mean, I know he's on a 2-year contract. I think, based on this, you could probably either. I know that there's cap available next year, but you could probably do either interior O line or tackle in the first round
Mm-hmm.
because I think it's gonna probably go on that Evan Neal decision.
And don't forget, push comes to shove. Then next year, if you have to, you actually can move Evan Neal inside at that point in
Yeah,
time. You've seen enough time, seen enough from him. Literally 2.5 years by that point in time. He's gone through 2 coaches, so he's been given the knowledge. So now it's just, well, if he can't do it at tackle physically, not mentally, physically, then you can go ahead and say, justify, you know what, we've seen enough. We can move him inside. That helps you in the guard. So then, all right, you got to look at a tackle.
Yeah, we drafted Cam Hart from Notre Dame. Who asked that question? Mosley. Yes,
yeah.
Cam Hart, cornerback from Notre Dame.
The hell was I gonna say? But yeah, no, I mean, I personally think not that this would be like, you know, realistic. I think you should start cross training or at least having Evan Neal get familiar with the guard position because if he's not playable at tackle, I mean, you kind of don't want him. You do, but you don't want him learning on the run during the season.
This guy's a bum.
I see what you're talking about, Coach.
Yo, yeah, man. Damn, man. Oh my gosh. Let me go there. Let me not go there with this guy.
Who?
This is about Giancarlo Stanton.
Huh?
He's talking about the Yankee
Oh my
game.
gosh.
Oh. But yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in for this quick mock draft. We're part of the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. Y'all know what it is. Make sure you go subscribe to Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports. And make sure you go subscribe to Big Blue in the Bronx, your boy Alex right here. And check out the rest of the Big Blue Crew Sports Network members, man. Go give them a like and a sub. All of them make great content, man. I know I've been out of the mix for a while going through everything I was dealing with, but that is gone and done and over with. So, moving on, new chapter. Back focused on my content, so let's get it.
No, I'm not going live for the next game. I'll be watching it, but I'm not going live.
But make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. Hit the like button. Share this video on your social media platform so people can recognize the type of work we're putting in here behind the scenes for Giants fans and sports fans in general. And catch me next week on Leather to the Face Saturday night for the boxing and the UFC. Y'all already know what it is. I was feeling under the weather yesterday, so I didn't get to call the Isaac Pitbull Cruz fight like I wanted to, but I did predict it accurately. I said he would knock Rolly out, so it went the way I said. But you guys got anything you want to say before we close it out?
Let's fix this team.
Yeah, that's about it.
Facts.
Based on this today, though, y'all did a great job, Alex. A little phenomenal job.
I'm tired of wearing a 4 Super Bowl hat. I need a 5 and 6 Super Bowl hat. You know what I'm saying?
Look. When are y'all going to learn the truth? We're not 4. We're not going to 5. We're going to 9 championships. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. We have the 3rd most championships in all of professional football history, only behind Green Bay and Chicago.
Yep.
That's it. Everybody wants to get rid of this. Everybody wants to get rid of everything before the Super Bowl era. Well, no, these guys are in the Hall of Fame. I'm sorry. They're part of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. They're part of pro football history. We got 8 championships. I'm sorry, and that's what I'm sticking by. Everybody else can say whatever they want.
Facts.
So we're the number 1 team in the NFC East. Sorry, Dallas. Sorry, Philly. Sorry, Washington.
Sorry.
Y'all got to catch us. No, y'all got to catch us. I'm sorry that we're just so good that y'all haven't been able to catch us. So I'm going to leave it like that.
Facts. But until next time, man, y'all know what it is. Thank you very much. Peace.
Ain't no chatting, no writing, just action. All my just front like they tapping. You already know. Popping. Ain't no stopping me now, steady rocking. Watch them hate on me now cause I'm locked in. Watch the hate on me now cause I'm popping. I ain't stopping.